There are 5 used RVs you should buy right now, before it's too late again, as prices are down, quality is up, and the best models are finally within reach. After years of inflated demand and dealer overstock, the market has corrected. These are the 5 used RVs you should be looking for in 2025, the ones worth your money, your miles, and your time. Let's start with number 5, the Jayco J-Flight 264BH. When the conversation turns to used travel trailers that still hold their dignity, one name keeps resurfacing among seasoned campers: the Jayco J-Flight 264BH. This rig is not glamorous, not loud, but it endures. Built for families who judge value by seasons survived instead of screens installed, it stands as the quiet survivor of a decade that tried to reinvent everything except reliability. The story begins with structure. Jayco's wood-framed, aluminum-skinned body rides on an 8-inch I-beam foundation, old-school strength that newer ultralights rarely match. Each joint is glued, screwed, and overbuilt. You feel it the moment the door shuts with that reassuring thunk, not the hollow tap you hear in too many laminated clones. It weighs roughly 6,000 pounds dry, to wobble by most half-ton pickups, yet solid enough to ride the wind without flinching. Step inside, and the honesty continues. No piano gloss, no gimmicks. Just a floor plan that understands how real families move. Up front sits a walk-around queen bed with dual wardrobes and privacy curtains instead of thin accordion walls. Mid-coach, a jackknife sofa faces a booth dinette large enough for 4 real adults. Not just marketing silhouettes. Both convert into sleepers, pushing total capacity toward 8, sometimes 9 if the kids are small, and the stories run late. The rear bunks are the heartbeat. Double over double, not single pods. Each has its own window, reading light, and the kind of thick mattress that tells you Jayco expected actual teenagers, not toy figurines. Across the hall sits a full bathroom, foot-flush porcelain bowl, skylight over the shower, and just enough counter for the toothbrushes of a road-worn crew. Every inch says, "Use me, not look at me." In the galley, function trumps flair. A 3-burner cooktop sits above a real oven, not a pretend toaster slot, while a microwave handles the quick fixes. The refrigerator runs on gas or electric, crucial for dry camp weeks when hookups vanish. Cabinets are hardwood framed. Drawers ride on metal glides, and the countertops are wrapped in durable laminate that forgives knife slips and coffee spills. Storage hides everywhere, under the queen bed, beneath each dinette bench, and inside the full-width pass-through that swallows hoses, chairs, and half the neighborhood's fishing gear. Outside, the manual awning spans 21 feet. Simple to fix, easy to trust. 2 propane tanks ride the tongue, and the spare tire hangs ready, not buried. Nothing fancy, everything reachable. Used buyers often notice another quiet detail: how little the J-Flight's interior ages. The vinyl flooring resists soft spots, the cabinets rarely delaminate, and seals around windows stay true when maintained twice a year. That longevity explains why older units still list in the 20,000 range, while comparable models crumble below 15. It is not hype, it is build math. Owning one feels like holding onto a handshake from another era. Firm, predictable, and fair. You tow it, camp it, clean it, repeat. It asks for bearings greased, roof checked, and respect paid. And it gives back seasons of calm. Next up, we move from steady tradition to refined lightweight precision. Proof that reliability can travel even lighter. Lance 1985. Some travel trailers grow old, others simply mature. The Lance 1985 belongs to that rare second group. The kind that ages like well-kept machinery. Not furniture left in the rain. Born from California precision rather than assembly line compromise, this model represents what happens when weight, comfort, and longevity finally agree to cooperate. Walk around a used Lance, and you notice the quiet confidence. The walls are not wood. They are Asdel composite laminated over lightweight aluminum framing, sealed tight like a pressure vessel. That construction alone saves hundreds of pounds and shrugs off the swelling and rot that ruin cheaper rigs. The 1985 tips the scales near 4,900 pounds dry, light enough for mid-size trucks, strong enough to feel solid at 70 miles per hour. Step inside, and the first impression is calm order. Natural light floods through the wide front window, glancing across maple finish cabinetry that still fits tight years later. The floor plan earns its reputation. A walk-around queen up front, a large U-shaped dinette slide, and a kitchen that behaves like it belongs in a small condo. Nothing rattles. Every latch clicks. It feels engineered, not decorated. The craftsmanship shows in small, stubborn details. Drawer boxes are solid wood with metal glides. Overhead doors use gas struts instead of cheap plastic clips. The dual-pane acrylic windows tilt for cross breeze but lock down firm for winter. Lance built it for the high deserts and the cold passes, not just weekend fairgrounds. Insulation wraps the walls with block foam, and the underbelly stays heated, proof that 3-season camping can stretch toward 4. The numbers tell the rest of the story. Fresh water holds 45 gallons, gray water 40, black 40. For a trailer under 25 feet overall, that range matters. It means fewer dump stops, longer stays, and more mornings that actually start with hot coffee instead of hose work. The furnace punches out 25,000 British thermal units, enough to dry boots fast after a mountain storm. Owners love the comfort math. At camp, the Udinette becomes a second bed big enough for 2 adults. The entertainment wall hides storage behind the television mount, while the galley's solid surface countertop carries a 3-burner range, deep stainless sink, and 8-cubic-foot refrigerator that runs on gas or electric. Overhead LED lighting draws little current, allowing boondock runs that last twice as long as most. Outside, the Lance 1985 carries its reputation on a fully walkable roof with crowned fiberglass skin. Dual propane tanks feed the water heater and grill port, while a large pass-through storage tunnel swallows cords, mats, and chairs with room to spare. The electric awning spans 15 feet and hides an LED strip bright enough to mark your site without the neon glow of a parking lot. For used buyers, resale numbers whisper the truth, while others collapse below 20,000. Clean 1985s hover around 30. That premium is not hype, it is evidence. Owners keep them longer, treat them better, and trade them less. This trailer does not shout for attention. It earns respect quietly, mile after mile. Lightweight, tight, and built to last. It feels like a handshake from an engineer who still believes craftsmanship should outlive trends. Next, we leave precision behind and head toward family territory. A travel trailer that trades polish for pure space. If this breakdown helps you spot the boats to avoid, hit like. It tells me to keep digging. Drop a comment below with your make or model. I'll check its status. Grand Design, Imagine 2400BH. There is a point in every family's camping life when a small trailer feels too cramped, yet the leap to a 5th wheel seems too big. Sitting perfectly between those worlds is the Grand Design Imagine 2400BH, a trailer that turns practicality into comfort. It is the dependable middle ground, the one that stays honest after hundreds of miles and still feels like a reward, not a compromise. Walk around one of these used Imagine models, and the first impression is scale. It stretches just over 29 feet in overall length, but thanks to a single, deep slide-out, the living area opens wider than expected. The body rides on a solid steel I-beam frame with nitrogen-filled radial tires and Dexter axles known for absorbing rough backroads without grinding the cabinets loose. Dry weight sits near 5,700 pounds, balanced well for half-ton pickups that value stability over speed. Grand Design built its reputation on family-focused layouts, and this one delivers. Enter through the rear door to find double-over-double bunks with curtains, power ports, and real storage. A rear cargo door lets long gear, tables, poles, or bikes slide easily underneath. Move forward, and the main cabin opens with warm lighting and a layout that simply works. The booth dinette sits on the slide, framed by big windows, and converts easily into another sleeper. Across from it, a true theater-style sofa reclines with heat and vibration controls, luxuries that feel earned after a day of towing through crosswinds. Overhead, cabinets line the wall instead of empty valances, maximizing space without stealing headroom. The galley continues that logic. A stainless sink sits under a fitted cover, doubling the counter area. A 3-burner range, full oven, and a 12-volt refrigerator keep everything practical, while the pantry beside it is deep enough for week-long trips. Across the aisle, Grand Design's attention to small comforts appears again. Motion lights in storage spaces, soft close drawers, and heavy hinges that refuse to squeak. Up front, the bedroom closes off with solid sliding doors rather than curtains. A queen bed stretches wall to wall, with narrow shelves and plug-ins for both sides. Lift the mattress and an enormous storage bin swallows bedding and spare tools. The air conditioning ducts run fully through the ceiling, no drop-box vents rattling at night, while the furnace sends heat evenly across floor registers, keeping both bunks and bedroom warm. The bathroom earns quick respect. A radius shower with skylight, foot-flush porcelain toilet, and sink cabinet with real drawers. All proof that small spaces can still feel built for adults. The water heater delivers continuous flow, not short bursts, and maintenance access is cleanly labeled for long-term owners. Used listings tell the value story best. Models that once sold near $45,000 now trade hands around 32, often still spotless because Grand Design owners tend to maintain them meticulously. Depreciation slows after year 3, meaning buyers step in right when reliability stays high and payments drop low. The Imagine 2400BH is not a showpiece, it is a partner. Built with restraint, finished with thought, and aged with dignity, it represents what happens when a company listens to the people who actually camp. Next, we move from the family frontier to something leaner and more personal, a trailer built for 2 that proves simplicity can still feel complete. Winnebago View 24J. Some motorhomes shout for attention, others whisper confidence. The Winnebago View 24J, built on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter diesel platform, does the latter. It carries a quiet authority earned through 2 decades of refinement, a design so balanced that owners often hold on to it longer than any other in its class. This is the rig that proves small motorhomes can travel far, live comfortably, and sip fuel instead of guzzling it. From the first glance, the 24J looks intentional. The cab sits low and sleek, shaped by the aerodynamic contour of the Sprinter nose. Underneath hums a 3-liter turbocharged diesel V6 that delivers smooth torque and real mileage. 16 to 18 miles per gallon, depending on how you drive and what you tow. That number alone separates the View from most gas-powered Class Cs that struggle to see 10. The 5-speed automatic transmission pairs quietly, allowing you to climb mountain grades without that engine scream familiar to older rigs. Step through the passenger side door, and the transition from cockpit to cabin feels seamless. The cab seats swivel to join the living area, instantly doubling the usable space. Across the slide-out wall, a large U-shaped dinette stretches wide, its cushions firm enough for meals, yet soft enough for an evening movie. The dinette converts to a guest bed, pushing sleeping capacity toward 5 if you count the overhead cab bunk above the driver's seats. A signature Winnebago touch that still feels solid after years of use. The layout flows like a small apartment. Mid-coach, the kitchen runs along the passenger side, blending stainless fixtures with molded countertops and a deep round sink. A 2-burner propane cooktop sits beneath a glass cover. A convection microwave handles the quick meals. Below, drawers slide smoothly on metal tracks, and a double-door refrigerator keeps produce cold, even when the generator rests. Nothing feels wasted. Every inch carries purpose. Behind the galley is the signature feature of the 24J, the corner bed. It's a fixed, double-size mattress set lengthwise against the rear wall, framed by windows on both sides for cross-ventilation. No folding, no Murphy lifts, no rearranging. Next to it, the bathroom tucks neatly into the final corner with a separate shower stall, real door, and skylight. The materials resist mildew and hold their shine, even on models approaching a decade of service. The View's systems prove its engineering. Heated tanks, quiet Onan diesel generator, and Truma Aquago water heater simplify off-grid life. An inverter charger powers outlets silently. Solar pre-wire allows upgrades, and dual rear wheels stabilize the coach, minimizing sway on highways. On the used market, depreciation tells a modest story. Units that once listed near $160,000 often still command $90,000 to $100,000 today. That retention reflects reputation, not hype. Buyers know the View 24J delivers predictable maintenance, parts support, and a comfort-to-size ratio unmatched by newcomers. This coach is not about flash, it's about faithfulness. It feels engineered for adults who measure value in miles traveled and nights well slept. Next, we leave efficiency behind and climb into full-size comfort, the gas-powered icon that turned reliability into a living room on wheels. If you want insider proof before prices shift again, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. I post new verified data every week, so you're never caught off guard. Tiffin Allegro Open Road 32SA. Some motorhomes earn their stripes through flash, others through years of loyal service and calm confidence. The Tiffin Allegro Open Road 32SA belongs firmly to that second group. It is the gas-powered coach that refuses to age like one. Built in Red Bay, Alabama, by a company still run with a handshake culture, the Allegro carries a reputation most brands spend decades chasing and still never reach. Look at one parked under the morning light, and you see balance, smooth fiberglass sides, generous bay doors, and proportions that feel deliberate. Beneath the surface lies the Ford F-Series chassis, anchored by a 7.3-liter V8 gas engine pushing out 350 horsepower. That power meets a 6-speed automatic transmission tuned for quiet climbs instead of panic revs. With hydraulic leveling and independent front suspension, the ride feels closer to a diesel pusher than its fuel type would suggest. Step inside, and the difference greets you instantly. Real hardwood cabinetry lines the cabin. Polished solid surface counters reflect the window light. The twin opposing slides open a living room that feels like a condo on wheels. So wide, you instinctively slow your steps. The driver's cockpit integrates smoothly with the lounge. When the captain's chairs rotate, they join the conversation area naturally. No awkward pedestal gaps or mismatched trim. Across the curbside slide, a full-length sofa and dinette invite long evenings, not quick stops. Directly opposite sits an entertainment center with a fireplace below and a television placed at true eye level, not in a corner or ceiling. Details like that tell you Tiffin designs from experience, not marketing focus groups. Above the cockpit, soft LED lights run in warm tone, controlled by dimmer panels that respond instantly. Small proof that craftsmanship still matters. The galley mirrors home comfort. Residential refrigerator, 3-burner range with oven, convection microwave, and deep stainless sink. Soft closing drawers and tight cabinetry show endurance, while a smart mid-coach bath, shower on one side, toilet and vanity opposite, lets two move easily without conflict. Move toward the rear, and the serenity deepens. The bedroom hides behind a sliding solid door, revealing a true queen bed with nightstands, outlets, and overhead cabinets built with real wood framing. The window placement allows morning cross breeze through the dual side panes, and the ceiling height never feels pinched. Under the bed lies massive storage, ideal for off-season gear. Down below, the exterior bays speak the same language. Rotocast compartments, aluminum slam latch doors, and a full-width rear storage tube prove that access and durability win over gimmicks. The electrical and plumbing bays are labeled clean and reachable, built for owners who do their own maintenance, not just dealers. On the used market, the Allegro Open Road holds remarkable steadiness. Coaches that sold near 200,000 often remain above 120,000 5 years later. That retention mirrors trust, not hype. Buyers know Tiffin's support line still answers phones and ships parts for models more than a decade old. The Allegro's message is simple. Reliability is luxury. It rides steady, lives comfortably, and rewards care with longevity. Few rivals approach. For those ready to step into full-size Class A life without surrendering financial sanity, the Tiffin Allegro Open Road 3 2SA stands tall, quietly, confidently, and convincingly #1. Every market has winners and warnings, and now you know both. The boats on this list aren't rumors, they're financial icebergs hiding beneath glossy paint. Subscribe before the next crash hits, because smart timing always beats shiny promises.